Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. The channel where I like to talk about the good, the bad, the properties, and all we have to know about Italy. All right, so today I'm gonna talk about all of these things, the good, the bad, the properties, and why. Because I'm making one of these episodes about expat expectation. And in this group, Expats Living in Italy, I found a really, let's say, a very interesting post that is well worth it to read most of the comments. Now, it's a pity because there are so many comments. I'm talking about nearly more than 300 comments, so I won't be able to read all of them in a half an hour video. But let's start. Let's start with reading the post, and then we will read all the comments, as many comments as possible under the post. Then, if you like this type of videos, please put like, subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it doesn't cost anything. Okay, let's enter into the video. Now, I just want to win the lotto. Leave Ireland, move to Italy, buy a nice house on the beach where I can listen the waves crash every day, and live in beauty and peace. Okay, now why I found this post very interesting? Because it's talking about Ireland, and because I personally lived in Ireland for 17 years. So, now, I don't want to enter too much in my considerations. Obviously, I left Ireland, but for me, Ireland is always an open door. Anyway, I can always go back if I want. Anyway, I'm planning anyway this summer to have a short trip to Ireland. Now it's more than 1 year that I haven't been there. I miss a lot Ireland. It's not like that I moved to the south of Italy and so I forgot completely about Ireland. But anyway, after, you see, this is the life. We might need changes. Sometimes we simply might need changes, because we will see from the comments under this post what the reactions of the people are. Okay, now let's start reading as many comments as possible. I will comment the most interesting. Now, you literally posted my dream too. So someone else say, oh, I would like to win the lotto and move to Italy. Then, Italian coasts are overcrowded and very the beaches. So, Italian coasts are overcrowded and very expensive. No way to find a house on the beach. Sorry. I mean, if you have won now this comment comes from an Italian. Now we should understand that all the comments that are from Italians, that the majority are negative comments. Now, if she stated that she win the lotto, she would like to win the lotto. Obviously, if you win the lotto, you can afford a huge villa on Amalfi Coast, on Tuscany, wherever you want, in Polignano a Mare, in the best touristic places. Obviously, if you win the lotto, what is €1 million to buy a beautiful villa? So we see that this comment from an Italian try already to push back, say, don't come here, but we will read more. I wanted to. Do you play at least? Because I want the same, but I don't play. So he's asking. Then someone says, I'm in Hawaii. I trade with you in a minute if I could. Now, I'm wondering if this person in a way would trade with Ireland or with Italy, but I guess this person in Hawaii, might trade with Ireland, for example. And now, for example, for some people, the majority of the replies to this comment, oh, I would swap to Hawaii straight away, I don't know where they are. Even Italians I would swap straight away with Hawaii. Then I don't understand why people from Hawaii would like to move to Italy or would like to move to Ireland. But anyway, we are all different. We all have different needs. So we have to take things, as a personal choice, as a personal decision. Now, we live in a hill town close enough to the beach. You don't have to win the lottery to afford it. And I agree. So now let's say one thing, for example, that if I'm Irish, now I have a lot of Irish friends, I can just think about buying a holiday home. I don't have necessarily leave Ireland forever, because Ireland is a beautiful place. It's a lovely place where to live. I like a lot of things of Ireland. Then there were maybe some things that I didn't like it, but again, I think it's a human thing to change, because sometimes we are bored simply of the place where we were born, and we simply would like to experience a different experience. So let's take it like this. It's not Italy is better than Ireland, Ireland is better than Italy, Hawaii is better than, I don't know, than Turkey. The thing is that someone might be simply bored of the life they chosen. Maybe after 10 years here in the south of Italy, I want to go to live somewhere else. So if nobody stop us, and we can, because obviously then it's always the thing is if we can make it a change. Then someone else says, get in line, me too, let's become friends. So you sound like me a few years ago. I couldn't wait to leave Ireland. Now, this group, let's say, has more than 150,000 joined. More than 150,000 people joined this group, Expats Living in Italy. So there are all the nationalities. There are Americans, Canadian, Australian, British, Irish, German, so all Dutch, all the nationalities that you can find. So you sound like me a few years ago. I couldn't wait to leave Ireland, so I did it, and I'm here. Never looked back, just do it. You don't need to win the lotto, for example. And it's true, I don't think you really need to win the lotto to buy a property in Italy. Now, I might need to win the lotto if I want to move to Ireland, because with the prices of the properties in Ireland, I'd say, I think if I want to, live in a lovely, decent place in Dublin or in Cork, obviously I need a lot of money nowadays. So I need to win the lotto if I want to go to live. Not my case, but this is the case of many Italians, for example, who would like to move to Ireland. And there are so many Italians. There are YouTube channels that I follow, which are run by Italians that are living in Ireland, and they're trying to help. There is one guy, nice guy, Domenico, and he gives a lot of informative videos. I will put the link under the video. Now, to help your dream, I live in Rome. My husband's family has a beach house in Anzio, that is in Lazio, so not far from Rome, but not on the beach. Although if I climb the staircase to the rooftop terrace, I can see the sea, a place like not too far from us, where I have stayed both and beach hotels, condo, and so on. Dream on, someone says dream on. Probably is Italian, I don't know. Someone who just want to criticize who wants to move to Italy. I just want to win the lotto, the Italian said, because maybe if he wins the lotto, he can leave Italy. I bought a small house 10 minutes walk from the beach without any lottery. I didn't win the lottery and I didn't buy the house, but I did move to Italy. Now I live on an island a few minutes from the beach. It is adorable. Also, it's not, people don't have to buy a house. If you can rent a long term, let's say, and the rent is not very high, why not? The same, you don't need to win the lotto here. Plenty of homes in southern Italy that are inexpensive and affordable. Yes, I already bought my Italian house. Start somewhere to make your dream come true, and which I agree. I mean, let's say one more thing. For example, a lot of Irish that I know have bought a property in Spain. Many Irish, Portugal, Spain, Canary Islands. So I'd say that I understand very well if Irish people, if they can make it, let's say, if they have the chance to buy somewhere else, they do. They like to go on holiday. And if they can retire in Spain, maybe it's even better with their pension, because let's say most of people, I might refer to people who are close to the pension age, and they might thinking about changing, like many Italians are changing place when they retire, for example. Maybe with their pension they can live better somewhere else. So uh, Irish Native American. I'm not a gambler, but starting my corporation to do the same. Now, the grass is always greener. Think about the Italian bureaucracy and you might change your mind. Technically, this is true. It comes from an Italian who probably is not satisfied. I see that many Italians, anyway, are unsatisfied here in Italy. And so they might say, you might always change your mind. And anyway, but it's true the statement that the grass is always greener. Tendentially, we have the tendency to see, anyway, always better somewhere else than where we are. Then someone else says, don't we all? Although I would actually also love a place in Ireland. Now, this is not Italian, but the best is to do 6 months in Italy and 6 months in Ireland, or 3 months in Italy, 3 months in Ireland, 3 months in Hawaii, and 3 months in Thailand, if we can afford it, for example. Obviously, dreams are dreams anyway. But we can make it anyway. It's about our experience to enjoy. You don't need to win the lotto. You can come to Italy for 6 months, out a year, without issue on a normal passport. Now, this one, I guess, see the 90, 100, 180 days rule, rent a place by the beach. Now, this is probably American, not figuring out that an Irish can move to Italy without the visa issue. So, I didn't win the lotto, but I did leave Ireland. That the risk, have no regrets. Take the risk, have no regrets. So someone said she already did, then I don't know if they did it in Italy, in Cyprus, in Portugal, or any other countries where, again, life might be cheaper. Ireland, oh gosh, Ireland is gloom and doom. No, I disagree. I disagree. Anyway, someone just wrote that comment. We did it the hard way. We bought a failed restaurant and pub in 1999 in Ireland, worked 14 hours a day for nearly 8 years without any holidays, during which time we bought our property in Italy. They restored with the money they were making from the pub, moved to Italy full-time in 2007, and been here since that. It was all worth it in the end. So I see that let's say the majority of the comments that I read up to now of Irish or other nationality who did it are quite happy. I haven't read one negative yet. There could be, probably. Most of the negatives are coming from Italian who are not happy of the life in Italy. But again, I also understand if there are unhappy Italians. You can have it all and more without winning the lottery. I'm currently checking properties in Italy. It all started with a dream. Yeah, we need to visualize what we want to do. Only if we visualize what we want to do, who we want to be, we can get. If we don't visualize, this is part of my philosophy anyway. We would too, me too. I'm manifesting the same. I've no doubt it will come true. Rephrase, I have won the lottery and I'm already in Italy. That's my dream. Wondering where you think you will find an affordable house on the beach. Waves crashing. This is the Mediterranean, not the Atlantic. Peace and quiet. Try an isolated house in the country. Bet you can find that in beautiful Ireland. Yes. Anyway, but the waves, anyway, you also have the waves in the Mediterranean. If it's a stormy day, believe me, you're gonna have big waves as well here. Obviously, it's not the ocean, it's not the Atlantic Ocean. Anyway, it's someone, there are many people under these comments who are saying that they would move to Ireland. Again, nothing wrong, because it's simply because we might search something that we want to change. I remember one Italian girl. Now there is a place in Italy. There is an island called Ischia. Ischia is a beautiful island. It's beside near Capri, Procida, and she moved to Ireland. And I was shocked personally because I was moving from Turin to Ireland. For me, there wasn't that big difference. You know, I was from a big city, stressful life, hamster wheel. And I was always thinking, once I visited Ischia, I went on holiday in Ischia, I fell in love with this island. I have to go again because I simply loved. And then I've never been able to give to myself an answer how a young person who was born in Ischia could move to Ireland. Then again, if it's part of the experience of your life, do it. But it's because you don't like the place where you were born. I don't know. But again, we don't like the place where we are born. All of us. And we always dream of somewhere else, of Australia, of Canada, again, of Japan. We always dream tendentially about places that we are not familiar with because we might find boring the life that we always had, for example. Even if for me, I'm saying, okay, if I was born in Ischia, I had sun, I had food, job opportunities with the tourism. I'm saying, okay, I find a way to improve my skills in the tourism industry. Great potentials. But anyway, learn languages. You know, to learn languages always helps. Even if Italians are studying English nowadays, they open so many doors. That's why I'm so happy that my wife is working as an English teacher with Italian students, and they are so happy to see their English improving because they see how many doors it opens the fact to speak another language, to understand other nationalities. Wow, I like it. That's why I'm running this channel in English, even if my English is not perfect, but I love the idea to be able to speak with at least 3/4 of the world. So languages are extremely important, in particular if you're a young person. So Italian or not, doesn't matter. If you're Italian, do your experience abroad. If you're a young Italian, do it. Because as an experience, then if things are going fantastically, you might stay there forever, you might go somewhere else. If not, at least you have learned some skills. Actually, it is true, you don't need, okay, that, do you play the lotto? Now, I am leaving Ireland now and heading to Sicily to a lovely apartment by the sea. Ireland is lovely, but I fully agree. I fully agree. Again, yes, I can understand. Anyway, better weather, let's say, longer summers. And then, obviously, if we can financially afford it, that's why she stated, I hope to win the lotto. But it's not necessary that you have to win the lotto. Now, you can actually buy for €1 in certain areas these €1 houses project that I don't recommend at all, that need to be renovated. The legal fees can be around 2,500 and restoration must be completed in 3 years. These are in places that require a lick of paint, though. So you don't really need a big amount of money, but to renovate the houses nowadays can be extremely expensive in Italy. And then you always have to understand if it's worth what you are going to spend, if it's worth the value of the property. Because if I'm buying a house that is worth 50,000 euro and I spend another 100,000, and then after a while I want to resell it for a reason or for another, if I'm able to get my 50, 60 back, I'm happy enough. So I wouldn't mind moving to Ireland. At least they speak English there. True, true. But some Irish might not be happy because they're speaking English, for example, because anyway, Ireland has its own language that maybe unfortunately is not spoken, the Irish language. And obviously in Italy, people don't really speak English, but it's growing. The amount of people who are speaking English, who are at least understanding and improving to become fluent in English, it's an hard job. It takes time. Agreed, except I want to leave America and Trumpland. So this is one of the people who wants to leave United States because Trump. Now, it's funny seeing this post today because I was just saying this morning, it would be cool if we found someone in Ireland to switch houses for a week or two in September or in October because we need a little time out of Schengen. We are in Sardinia. Let me know if you are interested. Now, this is probably someone who is not Italian, probably American. Visa issue. For the 180 days they need to leave Italy. They might go a week or two to Ireland. So then if you want to go to Sardinia, go, take it. Who wrote the post should go to Sardinia for 2 weeks. Don't have to pay anything. That person can do the shuffle visa. Anyway, don't forget to do a long visit of at least 2 months. After a couple of months, the tourist feeling kind of wears off and the reality bite kicks in. Totally agree. Totally agree. So, I mean, the reality is always different from the dreams. Now, we might visualize a beautiful life, then the reality is a bit more harsh, but I've known expats who can't make the adjustment and leave after 2 years. That's true. The 2 years mark is very consistent. Either you can make the adjustment necessary or your return home. For example, but this I recommend it to anyone who wants to leave or wants to move to Italy. For example, to not cut completely with your previous life, because if you might not be happy or if things are not going, okay, a wrong investment, but in the worst scenario, you are always settled in one place. So for me, it's always good to have two places. Then it might be harder to afford. Maybe we might not afford it, but it's always better to have an alternative. Always. So I don't like it. Okay, I move back. Then someone else, don't we all dream to win the lotto and move to Italy? Then plus 0-calorie pizza, pasta and cannoli, or if they are not good, the calories don't count. Okay. It's the same thing. I'd like to do it in the opposite direction. Move to Ireland, find a small cottage in Connemara, and leave Italy forever. We are never satisfied. Now, we can read this comment is from an Italian. We can read it like we are never happy, we are never satisfied. And so this guy, he would like to move to Connemara. A lot of Italians, for example, don't like hot weather. So even me, when I moved to Ireland, I always had the problem that I didn't like to work in Italy because for me to work with during the summer from June to September was always extremely hard. Now, independently by the air conditioning, if you are in an office, but the sweat and to work with this heat, you are thinking, oh, I would like to be on the beach. But you are in Italy and I was in Turin. Anyway, but I was at work with these 40 degrees, 35 degrees. So, For example, I find it quite interesting, was never a problem to work in Ireland during the summer. And I could have taken holidays any time of the year and going to hot and warm places any time of the year on holiday. You don't need to win the lotto to have that. Well, start manifesting. Now, know that the laws for Italian citizenship by descent, okay? The grass is always greener. Mostly is just idealization, to idealize. Love the place where you live and you will be amazed. Another comment from an Italian. That should work as well for him. Love the place where you are, but no, I'm sure he's idealizing Ireland and he would like to move to Ireland. So why an Irish cannot idealize what an Italian is idealizing? Italians, they always know everything. So from this point of view, the place where you live and you will be amazed. Now, Ireland is amazing, but I remember 8 degrees Celsius in July when I was there. Again, that's what I just said, that wasn't a problem to work in the summer, during the summer, because temperature wasn't very hot. So now 8 degrees, yes, I remember a few days, maybe even colder. Sometimes I remember warmer in December and colder in July. So whilst in south of Italy, we can find, okay, well, say in July when I was there, but amazing people and amazing places. Totally agree. I mean, one of the reasons why I stayed 17 years in Ireland is mainly because I really like and enjoyed the people. So Irish people, I found it very, very similar to Italians. Not really strict, not too much strict. I mean, better from the organization point of view, because for me the bureaucracy in Ireland was much better than is much better than bureaucracy in Italy. In Italy is a I don't know. Anyway, you have to be ready for everything. While in Ireland was, but the behavior of Irish, I could see that was more friendly, ready for jokes, not taking everything too seriously, like in many other European countries where people are like horses. So that's why I've been able to stay 17 years in Ireland. For example, I had an experience in Holland, 1 year, nearly 1 year in Holland, and I couldn't live there because I saw that the Dutch were less flexible. They were more like horses, let's say, and I didn't like that. But we all have a different nature. Obviously, if I'm Italian and I was born in a place where things are messy, I cannot expect to go to one place where everything is running perfectly and to pretend that these people are not in that shaped in that way. So I'm not judging anyone. It's always a personal approach. It's always something personal. Let's say we judge by our own experience. And our own experience is always different. But because we like to move, because we like to change, we might idealize, we might create this image of one place in a way, and then anyway, we might like it or not, depends. Both are fabulous in different ways, but you do have Kerrygold butter. Yes, who doesn't love Kerrygold butter and the Guinness and so on? Me too, not Ireland, but the rest of it. For example, let's say I cannot drink a Guinness in Italy. I'm sorry. You are far from having the same thing, you know. And the same could be with the Italian food in Ireland, even if the quality improved, but not the same. All right, now let's read a few more comments. Me too, but the opposite way. I want to leave Italy and move to Ireland. Winning lottery would be a bonus. To earn a small fortune in Italy, you must begin with a large fortune. So this doesn't look like it's Italian. It's someone who would like to move to Ireland and to leave Italy. Why not? All right, I just want to win the lotto and move to Ireland. Another one. It's crazy how one person dreams is another person's nightmare. And that's what I actually always said in all the videos. So, because we always want to experience what we are not experiencing. Tendentially, this is the way the human brain is working. That's pretty much what I'm hoping for too. I want to leave Canada. So you see, there are different ways, you know. What's wrong with living in Ireland? Again, what's wrong? Things could be, for example, a different lifestyle, simple as slow pace, uh, different food. I'm not saying better, but different food, warmer climate, in particular, warmer climate. Then, if you don't have financial issues, let's say, enjoy the nature. Also, but, for example, in Ireland, you don't see many different landscapes as you see in Italy. In Italy, in 100 kilometers, you might have mountains where you can ski, sea where you can swim, hills and different type of landscapes. In Ireland, let's say, because anyway, it's Ireland, I found it wherever I was going, everything was constantly green. I mean, I love green, but again, could be boring after a while to always have that type of we might want to change. Then you can come to Italy, and then again you might find it even boring, you might not like it. Again, it's not like what we imagine is the perfect thing. It's always about the experience. Okay, anyway, here I might keep going on and on and on because out of 300 comments, anyway, you can find this post. Uh, you can find this post on this group on Facebook, Expats Living in Italy. I would be glad to go to Ireland or Italy. Italy is my number one bucket list. So this person is not Irish, is not Italian, but will move happily to both of them. I just want to win the lotto and leave the United States. Put me on that list. Me too, me too. That's what I want to do when I grow up too. Okay, now to close the video, I just want to say that anyway, Italy is a place that it's a place to love. I love it. In particular, I love it here in the south of Italy. But again, what I notice is that there are a lot of people all over the world who would like to move to Italy. And so that's why, if this is your idea and you are watching these videos, I hope by the videos I'm gonna make in the future, you might like it, you might follow my channel, and I'll be able to give you more and more information to share and knowledge and this and that and so on. All right, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video, longer than 30 minutes, but again, there were so many comments. Me too, 100%. Half of Canada have this dream. So, but half of Italian have the opposite dream. All right, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you here on Italy A Place to Love YouTube channel. Bye.